Hello everybody, my name is David. Thank you for watching CNXG. This is my second part 2 of the Q&A, question and answer video, where I'm answering your guys' questions from last Monday. Any questions you guys have, please go down below and ask me, and I'll answer them next Monday. These are every Monday, okay? So, let's get started with part 2. Next is Patricia from Florida. Hello, Patricia. What can one expect when their ex-narcissist finds out they are dating? Well, I've heard of different things happening. That might be a clue or a reason for one of these people to leave you alone for a while. That might be a reason for them to freak out and feel like they need to contact the person you're dating and tell them what a bad, horrible person you are. That's my objective. I mean, yeah, they can try and hoover you and try and get you back. Sure. I've noticed one of these happening. You know? They know you're dating, they know you're happy, they might try and contact you and ruin it, make you upset, try and get you back to get you away from that person or whatever. But what I've noticed, you got to realize that they're with someone else, especially like borderlines. You know, they have already maybe abandoned that relationship, believing that you don't want them anyways. And when you're with someone else, they kind of go, hopefully. All kinds of different things, Patricia. It's hard to tell you what I think this person will do. Okay, I always say expect a hoover. Always. When the relationship ends, I believe that they will always hoover you some way afterwards. So don't be afraid of it. Just plan on it. Know what you want from it, and so know what you're going to say and do. Nothing. Slam the door. Hang up the phone. Who cares? Okay. Don't worry about it, Patricia. You're okay. Carrie from Pennsylvania. Hello, Carrie. Carrie has 2 questions. First one is: I let my ex come back to me after breaking no contact, but he backed out telling me I'm too much. And his new girlfriend says, is just easy. So he's telling now he's dating someone else, and he's looking back at you saying, you were just too much for me. And this person's just easy to get along with. Well, Carrie, you know, you fought back. Maybe you fought back and this person doesn't. Maybe this person is just, you know, abuse me, hurt me, whatever. That's my guess. Anybody else has some other guesses on what that could be, go ahead and go down below and tell Carrie. But it's Carrie, K-E-R-R-I. You know, you're just too much to handle. He couldn't control you. He couldn't manipulate you. He couldn't abuse you. It's too hard. She's easier. It won't last, so don't worry. Because that crap will never last, right? I mean, it might last in the respect that she will never ever leave him and let him do whatever he wants. But that's going to be boring. He's not going to get what he got from you. Second question from Carrie: the ex made plans with me and his new girlfriend for New Year's. Both of you guys. When caught, he told me he was just confused. I was just confused. I don't know what was going on. Do you think he was really confused or planned the whole thing? He planned the whole thing. He planned the whole thing. He may have just wanted to go out with one of you, but make plans with both of you. You know, I mean, they're not going to be respectful and say, oh no, when you ask him, he already has plans. He's not going to say, oh no, I already have plans, because he doesn't want to tell you he already has plans. They won't disclose things like that. If he's already with another girlfriend, he already has plans with another girl, sure, we'll go out. Yeah, let's go out. Or just lie. He knows he's just going to have to say, oh yeah, no, I'm going to be sick. I'm going to hang out with my children, some guy, my friends. And, you know, no, he's hanging out. He made plans with both of you. Maybe you already had plans with one of you and the other one already asked him out. And he said, yeah, sure. Maybe he wanted to make sure he already had somebody to go out with. And who cares about the other one, you know? Yeah. I mean, confused? He's confused. Trust me. But he knows what's going on with that, right? Triangulation. Triangulation. Don't fall for it anymore. Step out of it. It's the only way. You're not going to get rid of the other person. You need to be the person that gets rid of them, okay? Good luck. Shannon from Seattle. Hello, Shannon. I'm wondering if narcissists are consciously aware that they are mirroring you, or if it's just habit, natural instinct. You know, if they watch and learn exactly what mirroring is, they may be able to say, yeah, I think I do that. The problem with these disorders is they just don't have introspection. They just can't notice the things they do. That's why they look so bad in public, like when they do smear campaigns. talk really bad about people. They don't realize how bad they look doing it. So consciously aware of what they do? Not really. It's a hard thing to explain. He was conscious and aware of it when he was younger and first started doing it. But you got to understand, after 20, 30, 40 years, not really. I mean, it's just like, you know, like speech. There's so many words we aren't consciously aware of saying. It and the and to, and we aren't even consciously aware that we're saying these. We're just, it's just so natural and normal. Our thought patterns, I say, are like ruts. And when we're confronted with a similar situation we had before, we do the same thing we did before. We fall right into that rut. It's easy. It's normal. We aren't totally consciously aware. But if you ask me if I do that, I might say, yeah, actually I do that. These people are really bad at that. They're really bad at that. But to some degree, they're conscious that they're doing it when they're doing it. I know that's confusing. Sorry. Michael Chandler from Pennsylvania. Hello, Michael. Why are people with borderline personality disorder so two-faced? And Michael has two questions. I don't know if that was rhetorical or what, but why are they two-faced? Because they can't tell you the truth. They can't tell anybody the truth because they're using you. They're dependent on you. They can't just constantly ask for what they need. They gotta. Some of it has to be you thinking you're giving it to them on your own. Right? First question, what is the point of ending things on a bad note? What do I do to be treated like, what did I do to be treated like Hitler? You know, I know, you want everything to be nice, everything seem nice, and then they, fuck you, and he's a horrible person, blah, 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 blah. This is like, they're so victimized. They have so many supposed, perpetrators that hurt them their whole life. You just added on that pile, Michael. She just threw you on that pile of all these bad people in the world that hurt me. It's black and white thinking. There is no gray. There's no such thing as a good person that made a mistake or does a bad thing. Or a bad person that does a good thing. Now they're good. Now they're bad. Now they're good. Now they're bad. You're bad, Michael. And when you give her what she needs, you may be good. There's nothing in the middle, okay? How is it possible she's making it work with this new guy? Maybe he's helping her get through college, but she says he's a horrible guy. You guys, it's not healthy, and it won't last. Ever. They cannot have healthy, functional relationships, ever. So how is it possible she's making it work? Well, what's your perspective on work? What's your definition of work? That she's using him and get what she wants? How? By manipulation. She did it to you. But don't be fooled. She's not happy. This isn't great. This isn't going well. Okay? She's not truthful to him. She's not honest to him. She's lying to him. She's manipulating him. And they both believe they're happy doing it. It just takes a while to start wearing down. It just takes a while. They just look happy, but they're not. They're not. Disordered people cannot. They're not happy in the first place, ever. Disordered people are not happy. I don't care if they smile or say they're happy. They're not. They're disordered. They grow up and they do these things, and they're just they cannot ever have. They're not healthy. They're not happy, and they cannot have happy relationships. If you're not happy and healthy, how can you have a happy or healthy relationship? So don't be fooled. Stop looking. Okay, please. That's the best thing to do. Just don't look anymore. Okay. Robert from Queens, New York. Hello, Robert. I'm still angry over the money, lost jobs, hitting the bottle heavily after the breakup. 2 months no contact. No one wants her. No one wants to hear about the breakup. You're trying to talk to people. No one wants to hear about it. Some even blame you. Any advice on moving past the anger and getting my life back in gear? Yes, Robert. Start evaluating all your relationships, okay? Usually, if we fell in love with someone disordered, we didn't know. There's things that we are missing, things we don't know. So that usually means we might have, and I'm not saying disordered, unhealthy, toxic friends and family, coworkers, all these things, okay? So start evaluating your relationships. What do I mean by that? Are they supporting you? If they support what you do, great. If they don't, my opinion is if you have someone close to you saying, I love you, and blah, 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 but they don't support you, they're sabotaging you. Get rid of them. Get rid of them, get rid of them, get rid of them, Robert. Now, anger, find out why you're angry. Talk about it. You must talk about this with people. The reason that nobody wants to hear about it is because the way you're trying to talk about it, typically. Okay, you're so emotionally upset. You're so invested. You're so, confused and lost and depressed and sad. People can't help you if you're really, if they don't know what to do. And if they can't help you, they don't like it. It's uncomfortable. If they could help you, they'd feel great. Okay? Calm down when you talk to people about it. Stop saying them. Say, I feel this way. Talk to a professional that understands, at least will listen to you. Okay, Robert? Eventually you'll be able to talk to friends. If they're good, supportive friends, they will listen to you. And the whole thing will go better when they can help you. Okay? If you don't understand, they probably don't understand. And this is why you go to professionals who know what to do to know how to handle this, okay? I hope that helps, Robert. But this is major, major life changes. Major. Okay? Your physical health, your mental health, your sexual health, your emotional health, all of these things you need to consider. You can't drink every day and heal from this. It's not going to work. Okay? Quit drinking. Whatever it is. Exercise. Okay? Be around good people. All right? Don't isolate. Go out. Be social. All right? Do the things you know are good for you, no matter how uncomfortable they are, until they're comfortable. Best advice I have to give. Thank you. David from Pennsylvania. Hello, David. Does the recognition of one's childhood neglect make you a better parent to your own children? The recognition of it, I believe, can. Yes. People in this community, we call each other empaths and stuff, right? It makes us more sensitive to abuse, and we don't like to see it, and we don't like to see other people being abused, and we want to make really sure we don't do it to other people. But yes, I think experiences like this can make you an extremely good parent. It can make you a horrible parent too, but the recognition of it, fixing yourself, being healthy, sharing a child with another healthy person, and realizing what you've been through and how difficult childhood is and how important childhood is, and using every minute you have with your child to benefit that child. Totally. Yeah. Yeah, I think I definitely it can. Definitely. Not always, but it can. Okay? Good question, David. Thank you. Lucius. Hope I'm saying that right. Lucius, Memphis, Tennessee. My ex's daughter called me for a cheap pair of tights after 6 months of no contact. Is this a hoover? Yeah, you guys have been apart for 6 months. Their daughter calls you saying, oh, I think I left a $2 pair of tights over there. Can I have them? Can you look for them? Can I come over? You got to realize the children aren't healthy either. They're not thinking right. She may have really, I don't know. Maybe she didn't have any more tights, didn't have $2. I don't know. Could this be a hoover? Of course. They will use children to do this. Of course. They'll use children to steal. They'll use children to manipulate you, abuse you. Yeah. An abuser has no limits. Children, sure. They know it works. It's pretty good, isn't it? I hope you ignored it. Okay? Next question. Stephanie from Long Island, New York. Hello, Stephanie. Is it common for a narcissist to disappear when their mask has been unveiled to their family and friends? Very. That's the time they will run. They absolutely fear exposure. A smear campaign. Is they're afraid of exposure. Okay? And it doesn't make sense to us because a lot of times we don't know how bad this person is. That when we end a relationship, we could just not even know them that long. We don't know how, to the degree, how bad they are, okay? But as they get intimate with someone else, they're always afraid you'll know. They're always afraid you know. If you end that relationship, you're doing it because you don't want to be around them anymore. They will take that and be afraid that you're going to expose them, and they will smear your name before you tell anyone how bad they are, okay? So, they absolutely fear exposure. When you expose them, when you expose their lies, they do two things. They will take those lies even further, and you'll be sitting there just going, oh my God, what a disgusting mess they're creating. And there'll always be like one or two people that believe it, and they'll just keep going with it. And they don't understand how they look to everyone, that they just look disgusting. Like, this is just horrible. Stop, please. You know, but they'll just keep going. Or they run. Or they run. You know, if they feel like they're just too exposed and everybody knows who they are, they run. Yeah, so common. Totally. Yep. Lisa Ling from Ohio. Hello, Lisa. Can you talk about denial when dealing with a narcissist? I understand he's disordered, but my heart is in denial. Well, cognitive dissonance. I made a video about that. Please watch it. It's just called cognitive dissonance. What that is, you know, we have our own reality. And it doesn't ever quite completely match of how things are, but we have a pretty good idea of reality, right? We like to think that. A lot of times when we're being abused, you know, that person manipulates us and tells us things are like this, and now they're like this, and they're like this, right? And we believe it for so long that things are just like this until all of a sudden reality crashes. Boom. It's not the same. Both of our realities are clashing. And we lie to ourselves to believe the one that is less problems, less trouble, less hurt, less painful. Okay? So we do lie to ourselves. But the biggest thing is what I was talking about earlier. And please, you guys, I have videos in the CPTSD playlist. The last one I made last week is about doubt. And this is what I'm talking about. We have been trained to not pay attention to our feelings. That's that people pleaser syndrome where we pay attention to everybody else. I call it the perfect host. Right? You have a party, everybody comes over. Hey, how you doing? All right. Make them smile. And you go over there and make them happy. And then once you realize they're happy, okay, go make them happy. You know, you need a drink, want something to eat? How you doing? But the bathroom's over here. You go outside right here. What about you? Never, right? Never. And you always say, well, God, you might be a little anxious over here. And you're like, it's okay. It's my party. I got to make everyone happy. You know, and then maybe you feel sick to your stomach and you have to go to the bathroom, but you don't want to tell anyone because you want them to just keep being happy. You don't pay attention to how you feel. What happens is we're never sure. We're always unsure. That gut instinct, we have it, but we've ignored it for so long. We're not in touch with it, okay? All right? That's why I keep telling you guys constantly, be in touch with your feelings. Ask yourself how you feel. Really start being in tune with how you feel and change it instead of ignore it, okay? These are emotional needs, you guys. We all have them. We have to supply our needs for ourselves, okay? I hope that helps. That's all the questions, you guys. Again, any questions you have, ask me down below. I'll answer them next Monday. Let me know how I'm doing with a vote, thumbs up or down. Give me a comment, let me know. Okay, share this in social media forums and groups, things like that to help this information get out to people who need it. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do here. Trying to get all this kind of information to kind of be in people's house, in people's houses someday. So not even doctors don't even know what the hell we're talking about. Okay? Thanks, guys. Love yourself first. I'll see you next Monday. Bye-bye. Danny Dog Productions.